Hey everyone, today we're going to review a new holster I just received, a somewhat custom holster from a company called Cascadia Concealment, and this is for the relatively new 365 XMacro. Now mine is sort of a hybrid bastard of the XL with the macro grip module. Like the XL, I don't have a need or a care for the compensation, so instead of paying the crazy price for the 365 XMacro, I just bought the XMacro grip modules once they were made available by Sig, and then of course the 17 round flush fit mags that go with it. Before we get into this though, I want to talk a little bit about my journey with the 365 series. I originally bought the original 365 in 2018. About a year after that, the XL drops, and I was like, longer sight radius, red dot plate, longer grip module, feels better in the hand than a 12 round flush fit mag. What I didn't like about the XL was that it had a proprietary rail, and there was just no good weapon light systems for it. So I was just yearning for a 1913 pick rail, and I thought, wow, if the XL just had this, it'd be fantastic. I kind of just took the challenge. Could I reverse engineer the 365 XL grip module to have a 1913 pick rail? And after a few different iterations to get the magazine fitment just right so that the magazine catch and release would work properly and the gun would function, eventually I was able to get there. This was always designed to accept the XL flush fit 12 round mag. Once I got to this point, like I said, it was like, what am I going to do with this? I was like, well, mission accomplished, but hopefully Sig will release some version of this for real soon. Fast forward to just recently, the XMacro drop, and cool. I wasn't going to buy the 365 XMacro since I had 365 XLs, but once they made the grip module as a standalone item available, I purchased those, upgraded, did a test fire to make sure I liked it, and then basically got rid of all of my XL grip modules and mags and went just straight for the XMacro. So when it came time to look for a new holster, for the XL I'd used the Sig Sauer / Black Point sort of joint venture collaboration holster. Now this did not allow any sort of weapon mounted light on their proprietary rail. It was just a Kydex clamshell holster, and I actually liked it. So when it came time to find a solution for the XMacro with the weapon light attached, I first looked at Black Point Tactical. Their website did allow you to choose your specific weapon light and have it made around there. The problem was the lead time was insanely long. I then just started doing general searches to find, hey, is there a place that doesn't have like a 10-week lead time? I eventually found this company called Cascadia Concealment out in Washington, and they had a nice website. They had some really nice looking holsters on their social media. The gentleman who runs it, I think, is still active law enforcement, and he kind of does this as a side business hobby. And to his credit, he doesn't just take orders, ad infinitum until he, would have 15, 20-week lead times or whatever. Every Sunday, you got to kind of check his website, and if he has, some new slots, I guess, available, he'll go ahead and allow you to reserve, order your specific custom holster. So I went through, checked all the different boxes I needed to for the specific light system I use, etc., etc. I went with a cool multicam black Cordura wrap on there as well, and it turned out just fantastic. Okay, back to the review of the holster itself. We are clear and safe there. So one thing I was curious about before I received the holster was how are they going to lock onto the firearm? Obviously with the weapon light in place, there's no way to grab on the distal area of the trigger guard. So what he's done with the PL Mini 2 light, it does have this protrusion in the side where the hinge for the locking clasp is. And there's a mating cavity for this protrusion molded into the Kydex right where my finger is touching here. So when you go and insert the firearm, it does make a very positive detent, engagement. You can probably hear that there. And it holds it very securely. Obviously the compression of the bushings can be tuned by screwing these screws here, which also serve to secure the clamping mechanism as well. I did upgrade the loops to these discrete carry concepts spring steel loops. They're very resilient and hold on to your EDC belt quite tenaciously. He also did provide a couple different heights of the shoe that attaches to the claw here, and I'm actually running the shorter of the two that were sent. It tends to fit with my pants a little bit better. Other than that, it's a Kydex holster. It's well made. The wrap was done pretty well. There's one or two little wrinkles here, but honestly, I don't really give a shit. This thing's gonna get beat up being an EDC holster, and pretty happy with how it turned out. If you have any holster needs, you might wanna check out these guys. I'm not affiliated with them in any way, but thought they made a good product and it was a good find and thought I'd share. That's it for the day. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.